Alright, so this video you're gonna learn how to catch news trades, how to trade the news my damn way. Like, you would really enjoy this. Now, I trade news big time, and I can show you multiple times when I trade news. I call it for my signal client, for the public, trade NFP, CPI, all of them. Now, do you know what's funny? I don't read all those financial statements on these news sites, all those stuff. I don't read them. Like, I don't even care about them. So, but I still catch this news. So how do I do it? I don't gamble, right? I don't try to trade on two different accounts. I don't gamble. So for those of you that be following my channel, there are different videos that tell you the direction for that day on this channel, that I'll always tell you how to get your direction and everything. So I'm not going to go into those details, right? But I'm just going to tell you how to make good use of your entry model to catch news. So first things first, you need to put in check, number one, if you have news on a given day, don't trade until the news time. So most times news is by 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which is 8:30 Eastern time. So don't trade before the news. That's number one rule. Now, don't trade before the news. Why? Because if you trade before the news, you most likely be trapped. Price might spike your stop loss before going down, and slippages might happen to you. You might lose more. That's one. Two, I think you might be trapped. Like, trades might be really slow, that you might not just tip it till news meets you and destroy everything. So all of these doesn't just make sense. I don't care how, as long as you read for that news, don't be in a position before the news. Always be with a sell stop. Now, number two, don't use instant orders or limits for news. So instant orders for news is very dangerous. So let's say by 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, the news is happening, and then you're entering exactly at that time. Now your brokers will feel you at a very terrible price. That's one. And if you happen to lose that trade, your risk could be what? Tripled, and you might hit your daily drawdown on some prop firms. Also, if you use limits, price might trigger your limit, but then pierce it and go deeper, throw longer wick, and get your stop loss before it moves in your direction. So what should you use? Use sell or buy stops. Now, when you use sell or buy stops to catch news, you feel me? Two things. If you're wrong about the direction, price might not just trigger you in. It might just fly opposite where you, as the opposite of where your order is. And also, if you are right, price, as it's going to your direction, is tagging you in straight, and it's going straight to your TP. Now, these are the two rules that you need to know. Now, I would add one that would be of huge help to you. I'll add one, and this number three I'm gonna add is follow your strategy. So for those of you that trade my strategy, now you need to follow it at this time. You're not trying to gamble, you're not trying to guess the move. You know your pairs to trade, and you know if your checklist has been marked for what you're looking for. You're checking that, okay, I know where the weekly, 4 hours, and daily is headed to. Now, also, I know the POI I'm going to be working with on the 1 hour. I also know that this POI is above the midnight or below the midnight for a buy day, above the midnight for a sell day. You know everything is in check. That's where you trade the news. So in a typical example, I'm going to draw this right here. So assuming this is your 1 hour time frame for choosing your POI for entry. Remember, I said I'm not going to talk about direction. There are many videos on the channel to watch how to get your direction right. So now let's assume this is your midnight. I like making it green. This is your midnight, and then this is the POI you intend working with. So what you have to do is, you don't trade to this like news time. So what you want to do is you want to wait for price to get to your POI. The normal thing you do wait for. If you get to your POI and then it start giving you your market structure shift and everything, every confirmation you need. Now that's when you start to prepare to strike. So as it gets into there, you're waiting. Now by 125 or so, because most times before news, price is kind of might be volatile and everything. So you just want to wait till like 126 when price is trying to go opposite direction. 125, 126 p.m. Price is trying to go opposite direction to confuse people to start loading sell orders. That's when you want to put your buy stop above the high that price just formed on 5 minutes. You want to put your buy stops there, put your stop loss here, and then put your TP. You can open it, depends on what you want. Now when the news happens, as long as everything is correct, you've marked everything and you followed your rules, you most likely have this happen. This boom, this move will just tag you in and straight to your TP. And also if you're wrong with your direction, you most likely have price dump while you are safe. So this this is exactly what I'm talking about. So let's say now this is the same thing in a bearish market too, not just a bullish market. So now let's see examples where it happened. So this is my NFP trade right here, and I've looked for everything possible that I need to get into this trade. This is the 1 hour POI I'm working with, BSL. This is midnight line. We are above. It's a bearish day for us, a bearish day for me. So on 1 hour, it ran this with a week. 15 minutes confirmed that it's also a week. 5 minutes confirmed it's a week. Now this is the exact low, okay, whereby it's supposed to be. But then before 126, price had not been moving aggressively and touching it, so I still gave it some space again around I think around 125 or so. I gave it some space again. So what happened is by 125 price I'm moving against the original move to lure people into start buying. That's when I put my sell stop here so I will not get triggered before the news. And then as you can see, we have the explosion, boom, down. Now this is something I do every single time. So I'm going to go to my signal group and let's see another clean example I did on how to catch the news. Like I said, the same strategy, the same method, how I get my direction. The only place you're going to change is that you don't trade before the news. You just ignore all your plans till it's the news time. You sell stop and buy stops. Also, you wait for everything else to align in your getting your direction, entry, everything. It has to align. Don't go to a pair that you don't understand the structure and everything and just start setting buy and sell stop, thinking that in case it buys, it tags me in. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's very risky. So let's go to the signal group and let's pick how I caught last CPI for September actually. So this exact time I told them this is September 11th. We will trade CPI today. Get ready, risk half of your usual risk for this because CPI is very, very volatile, just in case so that they don't hit their daily drawdown if there's slippages. So that's why I tell them this. So now say here buy stop on USD card. That's to show you that I'm telling you what I actually do. And then buy stop on USD card and we watch how we actually aced it, right? And we see how is that trade take profits now. You see that? Good. I didn't call the Euro USD for them, but trust me, the Euro USD, I took it and I also called it on the public. Now, if we look at these screenshots, I don't want to really go far, but if you look at these screenshots, everything is aligned. I just put my buy stop here above the previous high on that 5 minutes time frame, and the volatility is gonna spike me into my position. And then after it lost volatility, I was betting more. It lost, pulling back, but then later finally ran to my planned target, literally. So it's just something I do all the damn time. I trade the news, and I love trading the news. Like I said, nothing too serious, nothing too different. I don't need to read no news. I don't need to gamble. I just have to keep to these 3 rules. Don't trade my strategy before the news. Just wait till the news time and use sell stop for your entries. don't trade before the news, don't use instant orders or limits. Like, keep to this and then follow your strategy. Follow your strategy. I don't know what strategy you guys trade, but what I trade, everything just have to align on that pair, and then all I just have to do is the next higher hideout that form on that time frame. I put my buy stop above it, and then it triggers me higher, or my sell stop below it triggers me lower. That's exactly how to trade news. So if you have questions, the comment section is right there. If you want to reach out to me personally to learn everything I know about this market, on the description you get an access, a link to my Telegram DM. Quickly DM, and I'm going to tell you things that are going to change your trading, and you might get your liberation from there. Also, if you actually crave private coaching, it's available to learn everything I know about the market. See you guys in the next video. But before you go, this video right here is going to teach you how to find that direction that you might be asking. So how does he find his directions? This video here is going to teach you. Go and look for it on the channel and watch it, how I find my direction. And then this video right here is going to teach you how I get my entries towards that direction. Now add it to this information I've given you about news, and watch your trading go very very good, and you catch news back to back without trying to read any financial news or any financial stuff. Right, see you guys in the next video. Peace. Goal accomplished, bro.